Today I'm going to show you how to use matte medium to thin out your paint so that you can see what's under your paint. We have done some writing and we're going to do that over it, plus you're going to add a border and we'll do something with this page a little later. So I have my writing on my pages all complete, and this is where we're going to do this project. I have a separate paper so I can show you some samples of what the different thicknesses of paint look like. So I have for us the acrylic matte medium is going to be in a little bottle like this, and some of the glazes already have this in there, so when you've been painting you notice they're very thin. That's what's inside. It makes it so it's kind of like you watered it down, but without the watered down texture to it. It's just a normal paint texture. And this is our regular full-bodied acrylic. I've taken some of that and I've put it over here. So you're going to use the acrylic paint. And I wanted to show you what it looks like without anything mixed in it. So that's what I'm doing over here. If I was just to paint with the plain acrylic, it's going to be a little bit thicker. And depending on which one you use, some of them you won't even be able to see this at all. This one's actually a little bit thinner so you can see through it. I'm going to mix about half and half on my brush with the acrylic matte medium. So I just put some on my wax paper. So there's quite a bit of difference. It makes it a little bit lighter as well. And then I'm going to mix a little bit more, so we're going to make it pretty thin. So this would be good if you want to have kind of the wash effect that you would get with watercolor, maybe, only with acrylic paint. And it's a very light, this is what some of the glazes look like once they've had the acrylic matte medium in there. It's a very, very light shade. I would encourage you to test out the paint before you put it on your page, just so you know that what you're going to end up with. Like I said, this one was pretty thin compared to some of them. I think the blue and the purple that we have is a little bit thicker, so be sure to try that out. So this will be done all over your page, and I'm going to start it just so you can see. So make sure to get the wax paper under there. I have one under both sides, so I'm going to go ahead and do it all at once. If you want to do that, you can also, if we don't have any right where you're at, you can also put the one on one side while you're working on it and then do the other. And feel free to blow dry this when you're done if you're waiting. Then you're going to add a border like I showed you before. I would encourage you to use something other than what you used on the last assignment. So we did the 4 examples early on before we even started the book. Choose one of those to go along there, and same thing, an inch or less along the top. You can use the craft scissors, you can make it crooked, you can make it curvy, doesn't really matter. And then to finish it off, add a line, and you can use your ink, the gel pen that you have for class would be a great option for that. Make sure that all the edges are glued down when you're done.